So this video is in regards to the Bubble Magus Curve 5. So when I first bought this protein skimmer, I tried to figure out, I'd never owned a protein skimmer before. I've had saltwater tanks my whole life, but I've never had a protein skimmer. And when I first set it up and turned it on, it just constantly filled with water. And I tried to find a video to figure out what I was doing wrong, and I couldn't find any videos. So what I figured out was that when I first set the protein skimmer up, there was enough protein in the water that it just caused it to constantly overflow and go nuts. Because if you read the instructions, which are not the best, it tells you to keep the water level between, I think it said 8 and 10 inches or something like that, 8 and 9 inches. So I keep my sump at about 8 or 9 inches. You can see there's a tape measure there. So it's set right at about 8 inches. And I've got a dam wall in here that won't let it go below 8 inches on this side. The pickup where the pump is could go less than 8 inches. But that dam wall over there will automatically keep it at the 8-inch level, so it won't go below that. But anyway, what I had to do to fix it was I had to raise the Bubble Magus up. I basically put it on a 4-inch, I flipped like a paint cup upside down and raised it up 4 inches, and I set it on the lowest setting, which if you see the max figure and the min figure, I turned it all the way to max 1, which is the lowest setting, which is kind of weird. And it didn't overflow. And what I did was, over the subsequent days, I just kept turning it. I went to max 2, max 3, or the 1, 2, 3, then to the max. And as it was taking proteins out of the water, I kept turning it to the point where I got all the way to the minimum figure, the min figure. So it removed a bunch of protein from the water. And then finally, once I got to that point, I was able to take the cup out from underneath it and set it on the bottom of the sump. And then I had to turn the dial back over towards the max side of it until I got the bubbles adjusted just at the base of the throat. And then eventually, as it removes protein from the water, you can turn it towards the min figure, which is removing more protein. And it seems to run best between the 3 and the 2 on the min side. And the skim mate that's in there now, that's about 36 hours of skim mate. Running this way with 8 inches of water in the sump. So anyway, that's how you overcome when you first set it into the tank. You're just going to have to raise it up and run it shallower. And then eventually you can, once you get enough of the protein out of the water, you can then drop it back down to the bottom. And like I said, I think they said between 8 and 10 inches deep, or 7 and 9 or something like that. I run mine at 8, and it does a fantastic job. That's it. Thanks.